Hello. So in this short video, I'm going to show you how to use one of the library resources that allows you to search or browse trade journals. And using that resource to keep caught up in your field, in your particular type of career. Um, so trade journals are those publications that professional associations. There's professional associations in a lot of industries, whether you're talking about welding or construction, um, or in nursing. I mean, so many different of these different vocational industries. They have publications that they publish for people that are practitioners in their field. And so these trade journals are really an excellent resource to learn about a particular industry or field. So if you're doing some career exploration, they're good. They have a lot of good articles in there just to that'll help you learn about that particular type of career. But also, if you're already in that career and you're a practitioner or you're going to graduate with a degree or certificate in there, it's also a great resource uh, to stay caught up on the field. So a lot of times they'll write about uh, some companies. They'll write about different companies, what they're up to. They'll write articles on different techniques or methods that they use, or different types of technologies that they use, different opinion pieces, maybe on the job outlook for the field. I mean, just a whole bunch of different topics like that. Um, and so it's a really great resource, not just for career exploration, but also to stay caught up in the field. And the reason that's important is uh, especially when you're in between jobs. So right now I'm doing this video during the COVID-19 crisis. So um, a lot of people are basically stuck at home. Uh, there's stay-at-home orders. And so, during this time, a lot of people are unemployed, maybe they're on furlough or they've been laid off. But either way, during this time when you're in between jobs, one of the things that you want to do that'll help you to stay productive is to stay caught up on your field. And there's no better way of doing that than through trade journals. One of the interview questions that they always ask, when you're applying for work, especially if you've been in between jobs, is they'll ask you, well, what have you been up to? And so one great answer to that is I've been staying caught up in my field by reading different trade journals or by reading news about my industry, things like that. So that keeps you productive. So in this video, I'm actually going to show you the library resource, how to use that, and some examples. Okay, so first things first is if you're accessing this on the NPC campus, then you can skip this first step. But if you're accessing this remotely, you're going to need to go to mynpc.npc.edu and sign into that in order to get the username and password so you can log into this database. So obviously this is going to be just for NPC students. So if you can only access this off campus, which that's the only option for all of us right now, you're going to have to be an NPC student in order to access the database. So go to this website here, mynpc.npc.edu, sign in, and once you sign in, click on My Courses, scroll down here, and on the far right column, you're going to see a file here that you can click on. It's called Passwords for Access to the Library Databases. So you click on that, it'll give you the username and password for the library databases. So once you have that information, you're going to come over here and you can type in npc.edu/library. You'll go to the library homepage. You can click on Research Resources or hover your mouse over that, click on Databases and E-Resources. Scroll down to Vocational Studies and then click on this here, Associates Programs Source Plus. So this is the database that we're going to be in and where I'm going to be showing you I'm going to be showing you how to use. So this is the database that has all those trade journals in it. Okay, so you go ahead and click on there, and you'll be taken here to this database. A couple of things you can come up over. Oh, okay. So actually, you can actually see what publications there are, what trade publications there are. If you click up on here where it says publications, that's what I was trying to find. And you can see here, they list them alphabetically. So you can go through A through Z. What I like to do is I like to click on this one that says by subject and description. And so you can type in whatever industry that you're in or that you're interested in exploring. So let's just say you can say healthcare. Click on that and then you'll see the different trade publications and what their names are. Okay, so let's say that um, you want to look at um, healthcare cost containment, that trade journal. You can click on there and look at, and you can browse here by all the issues by the given date. So if you want to see what's been published in 2019, look at the articles for this issue, you can do that. You can also search within that publication. So if you click on that link, and you can type in whatever you're looking for. Maybe you're looking for job opportunities. You want to see if there's an article on that. Or maybe another search term could be, if there's no results found, maybe you can search employment. Okay, so that was a better search term. Look at, there's different articles that have to do with employment. Okay, so again, they're not necessarily gonna, say, they may talk about employment opportunities. They may talk about labor costs. That's what this article looks like it's about. So you can click on that and read the articles. So it's a great way to, if you're trying to find certain topics within your industry, you can do that. Another option is you can do things like, search for job opportunities in welding. That's what I did. So let's say that's your industry is in welding and you're like, oh, what job opportunities are there? What articles are talking about job opportunities? So you can search that, see what comes up, see what's relevant. Here I clicked on, if you click on this article here, look, Boiler Company educates students on skills and jobs opportunities. So I click on that. Here I'll just click on the PDF so I can see the full article. And then so look at, this is just like, an article in a journal, in a magazine. And so besides just the information, what's interesting for your research to stay caught up on the field or even to get job leads is, here, look at, they're talking about a specific employer, right? Nationwide Boilers shop in Fremont, California, right? So that's a great way to kind of find out what employers there are here. But one of the things that you might overlook is in a lot of these trade journals and a lot of these articles, they have advertisements. So some of these advertisements are companies. Some of these are like vendors or suppliers. So it looks like here there's a product, a technology that welders may use. Here's some other ones. Okay. So if you look at these advertisements, a lot of times that's a great source is for you to look up and see what it is about that product or that technology that your field uses. I mean, why else would they be advertising in this welding trade journal, right? If welders weren't interested in these products or in these services. Okay, so it's a great way for you uh, to just not learn just about welding itself and the companies and stuff, but to look at the advertisements and learn the different tools or the different vendors or the different businesses that they do business with, right? And to familiarize yourself a little bit with what's available there, and that's going to help you out in your job search. Okay, so again, you can do this with so many different fields, not just welding. This was just the example I gave you. Search on different topics. You can browse, um, like I said, by different, if you click here on publications, by different publications. So, let's say you just type in health. So instead of welding, let's do health. Oops, let's go back. Sorry, I'm at health here because we're going to search by publications that have health in it. Okay, so let's just say you want to look at this one, Healthcare Collector, the monthly newsletter for healthcare collectors. Right, click on that, and just again, you can browse all the different issues. You can browse the 2020 issues. You can look at the 2019 issues. So let's look at the December 2019 issue. Click on there, see what articles there are, and read up on them. I mean, whatever way that you want to approach this, you can. Okay, so that's the journal. I mean, that's the database Associates Program Source Plus. Very good resource for keeping in touch with your different field. All right, thank you. Have a nice day.